Football fans have spent decades arguing about the most important things in the sport. Who's the GOAT, who's the most clutch, who's the biggest bottle job, but in 2026, none of that matters anymore. Because football has evolved. We've entered the big age of aura. Now normally, aura is something only the biggest superstars possess. The Messis, the Mbappes, the players who can make an entire stadium lose its mind just by touching the ball. But somehow, this World Cup has completely broken the aura economy.
We got a goalkeeper from Cabo Verde getting millions of followers from a single match, and a Ghanaian Gigi priest cursing a certain English player, a curse that somehow seemed to work.
And a group of Norwegian fans conquering the North America in the good old-fashioned way. And don't even get me started on ISO speed. And at this point, I'm convinced some of these people have discovered an unlimited aura glitch. So today we are looking at the biggest aura farmers of the 2026 World Cup so far. Now this man farms aura in a truly old-fashioned way. I didn't want to start the video with him, but because I value my life, I want to live a bit more days, I don't want to miss out on GTA 6.
Now the dictator here hands his captain's armband to the referee and tells him to pass it on to Charmini. Everything goes smoothly until later on when this referee, Michael Oliver, posts on Instagram, "I'm the captain now." Brother practically volunteered for the chair, and here we see little red Cherokee carrying two bags, both looking way too heavy for him. Meanwhile, the dictator here is carrying absolutely nothing but a jersey. So now we finally know whose luggage little Cherokee was carrying all along. Here the dictator orders everyone to clean up the pitch so His Majesty can play in peace. Forget captaincy, my guy has the entire squad doing chores. Here the dictator gets sucked off, and his coach literally bows to him. At this point, if you still don't know, or still don't think he's the dictator, I genuinely don't know what evidence you're waiting for.
Here the dictator watches over his place, more like his troops, as they prepare for the battle. He doesn't join the training, of course, and that's because the dictator just marched with the army. The army marches for the dictator. And now we can see the dictator ordering the referee to have 5 more minutes so he can complete yet another hat-trick. Speaking of aura farming, my dictator Mbappe suffered a rare aura loss. 3 rebel referees ignored the handshake of the supreme leader. Now this might seem petty to you commoners' eyes, but in the dictator's eyes, that's an act of treason. Anyways, advance rest in peace to all 3 referees. Speaking of dictators, let's talk about the Viking. This Viking supposedly risked the only thing he could still win, that is the Golden Boot, because he was scared of France. Now this guy's been hanging around Little Red Turkey for way too long, and has become just as unserious, which even led to his ass getting handed over by the dictator himself, and watching his team get gangbanged by France, all while being nothing more than a spectator. Y'all call this guy a Viking? That's not a Viking, that's a coward. No wonder he went on to say, "I couldn't care much about the game, they'll probably beat us, and they'll probably win the whole tournament." That's what a coward says, not a Viking. He's no longer a Viking, he's Haaland Lisa. Truly a generational downfall. Haaland is on the bench against France, and I was hoping to see Mbappe versus Haaland's battle for 90 minutes because of the goals. I was the same, bro, but these brats chickened out of the match, and the biggest cover of them all, their coach. Norway coach to football fans that want to see Mbappe versus Haaland. Yeah, this team has literally changed up 9 of the 11 players before facing France. That's not squad rotation, bro, that's witness protection. Aisho Speed is disappointed after finding out Haaland is not starting for the Norway versus France World Cup match. Haaland is benched. Bro, I traveled all the way from Boston. Man, I actually feel speed this time. Imagine flying all the way from Boston just to watch Haaland hiding on the bench. Truly disgusting behavior. Like, is this what we call a Viking, bro? This ain't no Viking, bro. Now, remember the goalkeeper guy? Yeah, he's literally the biggest man in his country right now. Bigger than his own president. Probably the most famous player in the World Cup right now. Of course, not more famous than the dictator. This 14-year-old Unk completely owns Spain, one of the tournament favorites, by keeping a clean sheet against them. Absolute masterclass. Just look at this touch map and stats. This is pure insanity. And from this one match alone, bro gained 70 million followers. Y'all know what he did next? Y'all know? Immediately followed 2,000 ladies and started sliding into their DMs. Gotta respect the hunger, even at 40. This guy is the so recent Cabo Verde qualified. And guess who they face next? Argentina, yes, Messi. Argentina fans better be ready, because Vecina ain't leaving an inch of space in that goal. This ain't Zidane's son to score hat-tricks. Now as we're talking about Zidane's son and hat-tricks, naturally we gotta talk about Messi. Now Messi has been doing what he does best, scoring goals, hat-tricks, missing penalties, like this penalty for example. Oh damn, wrong clip guys, my bad. Anyways, so Messi lost a lot of aura ball in this penalty. Here we can see Aisho Speed reacting to Messi's penalty miss. Safe to say, these taste like milk, because Messi immediately responded by scoring a game and becoming the World Cup's all-time top scorer. In the very same match he missed this penalty. Now obviously, Messi fans weren't about to let that slide. Yeah, safe to say, he isn't having the best time. But the way Messi got his aura back after the penalty miss was absolutely generational. Speaking of aura, we can't miss out on the Juju.
This man spent the entire tournament putting curses on players who dared play against Ghana. But what truly sent his aura into another dimension was Harry Kane. Before the England game, he publicly cursed Harry Kane. And somehow, Harry Kane couldn't score, as Ghana held England to a draw. After that, the internet completely lost its mind. The Juju Wizard was suddenly getting invited onto news channels, where he casually claimed that he'd lifted Harry Kane's curse after the match. And then, Harry Kane scored in England's very next game, which somehow only made the Juju Wizard's aura even stronger. At the defining aura moment, people literally called the police on him, and the cops actually arrested him. My guy's World Cup run ended in handcuffs. You genuinely couldn't script it. But speaking of defining aura moments, nobody owned this World Cup quite like the Norwegian fans. These guys have been doing the boat roll literally everywhere. On streets, on escalators, inside stadiums, basically any place where two people could stand next to each other. It got so out of hand that when France played Norway, even the French fans joined in. Then the Norwegian fans started teaching the Senegalese fans the boat roll, and suddenly everyone was doing it. At this point, they're basically colonizing the Americas, one boat roll at a time. Even Times Square wasn't safe. The aura was spreading faster than the tournament itself. Absolutely crazy scenes. Speaking of absolute crazy scenes, this guy creates them on a daily basis. IShowSpeed has genuinely become a walking celebrity at this World Cup. His aura has reached levels I didn't even know were possible. My man is out here meeting mayors like it's just another Tuesday. First, he casually met the mayor of New York, and apparently the mayor had been watching Speed streams since 2021. Bro, even I wasn't watching the streams then. Then he went on to Houston and met the mayor there as well. And if that wasn't enough, a Florida governor candidate literally stream sniped under Speed. What is actually going on? But somehow, none of that was even the craziest part, because Speed dropped a World Cup song, which, I'm not gonna lie, is actually a banger. And to top it all off, it got added to the FIFA's official World Cup playlist. At that point, I thought the aura couldn't get any higher. Nope. My guy literally collabed with FIFA and made a video with the FIFA president. I genuinely don't even have words anymore. And just when we thought the story couldn't get any crazier, my brother Speed got chased by the cops. Even the cops think his aura is illegal. Speaking of illegal aura, we have to talk about legendary aura. L for legendary and Lumumba. Now this guy's real name is Michel, but throughout this entire World Cup, he's been portraying the legendary Congolese leader Patrice Lumumba, and his aura got so ridiculous that FIFA literally denied him entering into the stadium. At that point you think the gimmick was finally over. Nope. Another guy stepped in and stood there in solidarity. That's generational aura. Eventually, my guy Lumumba finally got into the stadium, but FIFA still wasn't having it. They kept avoiding him on camera, like he didn't even exist. But none of that mattered, because during the hydration break, while everyone else was taking a breather, my guy Lumumba didn't flinch, didn't move. These aura memes got so out of hand that Michel himself had to step in and tell the Twitter fanboys to stop spamming Lumumba everywhere. Anyways, if you made it this far into this video, congratulations! Your country is winning the World Cup! Unless the Juju Wizard has other plans. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.